This is so exciting, guys. So thanks for being in the room. Thanks for hearing what I have to say. And hopefully you guys are going to want a little bit of something that I have to offer. And I'm going to talk about that. And I want to welcome you guys as I'm doing my presentation. I want to welcome you in thinking, how can I work with Tasha this weekend really quick and jump in and start creating now? Because that's what I really want to bring us into is right now, creating now, starting to create tangible assets. Now, how many of you were in the room yesterday, heard me talk about creating content, the power of content, and actually went out and created it? Did we get anybody? Because he's not in the room right now, but earlier it was, I think his name was Mark, he was sitting over here, he'll be back tomorrow. He was out there all dressed up, and he was like, hey, guess what? I'm creating videos now because I know the power of leveraging this event, and now I'm gonna go show my sales team, put it on my Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. So I just encourage you guys, you got 2 more days left. We got the networking going on after, oops, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, right? Something happening afterwards, and during my presentation, I'm also going to show you some of the magic that I've been creating while I've been in the room. Who wants to see some of the magic that I've been creating? Okay, good, because we're going to show that, okay? So first I want to start getting behind the camera. I know a lot of you told me yesterday, how many of you are a little scared to start just talking in front of the camera? Come on, give it to me, give it to me. Okay, Jason, we got to work on you. You take me on your plane ride. We'll do some even trades. Okay, yeah, okay, good, awesome. Well, what is behind that? What's behind you not showing up on the camera? I think it starts where we've had a lot of it this weekend, mindset. Okay, mindset, it's right here. Everything in life starts here. And I have this quote that I didn't really come up with. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit. When I was younger, I always heard like, oh, the sky's the limit. And everybody would just kind of joke and laugh, the sky's the limit. And I'm like, what do we mean the sky's the limit? Like that the limit, the speed. And I'm like, wait a second, really the limit is here. Okay, so when I'm thinking the sky's the limit, I'm externally like out there, thinking out there is some sort of limit, and I'm just not really comprehending that. So I really started to say for myself and to other people, like, look, the sky's not the limit, it is your mind. And in this business of all that we do, and just to let you know, I'm going live on my phone right there, so that's okay. Hey guys, how's it going, Facebook? I'm creating valuable assets for myself. So not only am I here, we have 3 camera angles that I'll later chop into other material. We've also got my phone right here, which is also going live to my Facebook community, because I'm also gonna talk to my Facebook community about what I'm offering to you guys as well here, where we can create now. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later, but here we go. So we've got it. The sky's not the limit. It is your mind. And I want to welcome you to really sit in that during this presentation. So Tasha, who's Tasha? Tasha is a being. And where does Tasha come from? Tasha comes from, we'll tell you where I come from later. I was going to make a funny joke. I lived in Malaysia for a bit. And I would drive over to boxing class back and forth 3 times a week, about an hour each way in the Uber. So living over in Malaysia, I'd get a lot of conversation about, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? And I'm always like, oh, okay, the USA, here in the USA. And I'm explaining myself. And after a while, I've got a little tired of explaining myself. So I just started to say, they're like, where are you from? I said, my mother's vagina. Just like you. And so conversation got really great after a while. And it was funny. I was talking to my friend, actor, comedian Andy Dick. He was over at somebody's house, and I told that joke to one of his friends that was on the Facebook Live, and he says, get out of here. I say the same thing. So what you do attract into your life. Trust me. Even the things that you say, you'll start attracting those people that say the same thing. So I filmed all over the world. I've been to over 25 countries in the last 4 years and counting. I've done videos for SeaWorld. I've done stuff for Warner Brothers, NASA, MGM, Universal, NFL, Disney, MLS. We've done a lot of work with me single-handedly and also my company throughout the last 20 years. I'll be 36 this year. And I basically was born with a camera in my hand, and my mother is still hurting today because of it. There's another joke to follow up with that. So here's little Tasha. Just want to kind of show you guys that this is my passion. Okay. When Tom said I've lived 10,000 hours in and out of event rooms, this is what I do every day. You guys are in here. I just had already 4 masterminds this month. Today's the 2nd? Last month was 4 or 5 or 6. I was in New York at DAX. I was at Brand Your Authority. So some of these speakers that were in here and the events they've been talking about they were at, I was actually at all of those. And some of those I was there for my clients, filming my clients and following my clients around, and also creating content for clients that were at that event. Sometimes clients will call me out and they know the power and the leverage of grabbing materials and assets at events like these. So they'll call me out. They'll pay me $5K for 2-3 days, maybe $10K, depends. I'll come out, I'll follow them around. I'll be getting content after content after content, interviewing people, talking about people, leveraging what's going on, working on our podcast, and we just leverage the heck out of that event. So this is me doing what I do ever since I was little. You see all that. So let's move forward. Oh, yeah, we already showed you. There's little Tasha. I think that's so cute. The far left, that's me with my own bang haircut. I cut my own bangs one day. So, all right. So this is cool. We've had a lot of mindset this week, like as I said. Everything that I say in my life, this is the way I live. I'm a sense of time no more. I actually just hired an assistant. I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know what time it is. She texts me every day and she says, Tasha, it's Tuesday. I just want to remind you, you have these tasks to do. Tasha, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. So I'm living in this one ongoing moment of now where the past and the future all collide into this one moment where I literally create anything that I really want. And that for some is okay, yeah, it's you can hear all about it, The Secret, and, we hear it from Napoleon Hill, and if you've heard of Neville Goddard, these guys are some of my heroes and my mentors, and I'll get to this in a second, but until you embody the things that you're hearing, until you really embody and step into that, and in this presentation, as I go a little further, I want you to embody and own your message and who you are, and step into that. Because far too often, we're living in this type of illusion where it's like, oh well, I'm in this past and I'm over here and I'm back over here and oh, that person hurt me and I can't do this and I can't go here, or in the future and like I just can't do that. That's not going to happen because that happened in the past and this in the past. And then so I just welcome you to really embody, and this is what I've been embodying now for like the last 3 years, is being right here, right now. I can't do anything about my slides for tomorrow. I can't do anything about what happened yesterday. I can't do anything about the person that I might meet and marry one day. The only thing that's really tangible in creating anything is this moment right now, and this moment right now creates the other nows, creates the next nows, creates next week is now. Next week doesn't even exist. It's all now. So I really want you guys to start embodying as you're going forward in your business and you're creating videos. Like, now's the time. Right? There's no let's wait to create a video tonight at the party. Let's wait to just create it right here when we step out the door. Or don't make one this second now because I'm on stage. I was like, wait a second. Let's rewind what you just said. But now is the time. Now's the time to be creating. So I hope you guys are implementing. I was at a mastermind last week, Ron Reich's mastermind, and this woman, I'm doing testimonials after interviews, let's call them, which I'd love to get some from you as well. And this woman literally made $35K during the event because she implemented what she learned during the day. So she took and there's a savage guerrilla marketer right there. She took what she learned, put it to action, and started making money, cash right there. So that was wonderful. 2008, I was living in a garage. I was hoping to meet people like Les Brown, Tony Robbins. Saw The Secret. I said, you know what? The Secret's missing something, and I'm going to fill in that gap one day. Well, guess what? 2008 happens. I've already met Les Brown. I've met some of those people on there too, but I have not met Tony Robbins yet. So if anybody has a connection with Tony Robbins, let me know. Shared the stage with Kevin Harrington. Look at me over there with Kevin behind me, and I'm like right there hanging out behind him. I'm like, just take some pictures of me. So it's kind of a joke, but I'm filming him, and so I've shared the stage with him. Greg Reed, Sean Casey, that's Matt Lloyd, used to own a company. Some of you might know him. There's actually Daryl. Daryl's there at my event. Daryl and I met last year, and he co-hosted my six-figure brand workshop with me. So what we do at our six-figure brand workshop is actually something that I'm going to tell you about I'm doing here, which is amazing. Very, very awesome offer that you guys should just take advantage of. This is me speaking all over the world, so I've came from camera operator to sharing my passion and sharing the mission, which my passion is to touch, move, and inspire millions of people and get over past trauma. Also, help you share your message with the masses, because I know the powerful tools that I've learned and created for myself, really not the masses has. You know, you can, but you can't just pick up a professional camera and start, mouthing off what you want to mouth off. You need a little bit of direction. So I help facilitate people to find themselves again through the power of what I do, through creating video for them so they can share that to their people. So let's get to this. So bigger picture, this is what I do. Taking past experiences and molding them into transformational content that moves, touches, inspires people. And sharing your message with the masses. That's my big passion. And I'm going to show you here this quick video that I did with some of the footage that I've already shot since I've been here. You guys want to see it? It's very quick, okay? There's going to be more later, Jason, and we're going to save that and surprise that for later. But let's just see what Tasha did in not even 10 minutes in the back of the room just a little bit ago. Here we go. Well, Charles was on stage. Sorry. Rawr. Rawr. So these are shots that I get for your marketing, for Jason's marketing for later. This is going to help touch, move, and inspire. There's going to be testimonials behind it. People are going to say how awesome the event was. And it's just really touching B-roll. The power of grabbing assets like this Jason can use for the marketing for the next 10 to 20 years, right? So that's why I say be grabbing content, leverage this moment. This moment is going to last however long that you create it to last. And then boom, right? So that's just a teaser of some of the footage, all right? Woo! Let's give some clappy claps, all right? So that's what I can do in 10 minutes. Imagine what I can do for you in the next 24 hours, because I'm about to tell you. So again, welcome you. Guys, this moment right here, this is anything, and this is the beginning of everything that you want. When I get all caught up in this game of life and this internet marketing, this is not working, I'm not going to get this money. And you guys heard my story yesterday of being stuck in Ireland and pretty much in 5 hours creating a solution where I've actually got out and made a tangible reality for myself. And I didn't even tell you what followed after that. I ended up having another event. I ended up closing 20K during that event, and then so on and so forth. But when I get stuck, I stop and I say, you know what? This right here is the beginning of anything I want. Like, what is this? Why am I thinking about what I don't want? And again, guys, we hear all this inspiration, but are we truly embodying it? And are we practicing the mastery at a moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment basis? And that's the big skill there. So we can plan all we want, right? You can plan to make a video that I can create for you in the next 24 hours, but I want to create one for you now. I want to create one for you in the next 24 hours. Decisions that we're making right now are what are creating our reality. Really is. And again, I'm just welcoming you guys to embody this. I'm bringing this in to your world here right now. Many people, when I get them, and I've talked to them on camera, and they're coming in from their business of what they're doing, and they're bringing it into the internet marketing field. And I know most of you in here are already well deep into internet marketing. But some of us feel that our past don't connect. It's like, what does my past story have to do with what I'm doing right now? It has everything to do with it, right? When I talk to a prospect, I'm not talking to a prospect to buy their product. I'm talking to the prospect to figure out who they are. I don't want to buy their product. You don't go up to somebody and you say, here, I got a Hershey bar to sell you, right? And here, eat it, it's good. Well, I know the brand Hershey already, maybe I do want it, but I want to know, why should I be buying from you? Where do you come from? Okay, if there's two guys that you're looking at cutting your lawn, and one of them is like $200 and the other is $150, but Joe's got all this nice advertising, he's got testimonials, you look at his website, it's nice and clean, all these videos, great stuff. But then the other guy, Joe Schmo over here, who's $150, has nothing but like a crappy business card. I'm going to pick the guy that has a nice, sleek website, that's got testimonials, that has leverage, that has credibility. So this credibility that you're building up, okay, it all matters, and your past story matters as well. It really, truly matters. How many of you buy from people because of the people that they are? Come on, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. So getting more into the reason why you want to do a video with me. The more you're vulnerable and you put yourself out there, the easier it is to connect with your prospects and the more leads you're going to get and the higher conversion rates. And this is what I invite you to do through video as well. And the story videos that I create, which I'm going to get into, that's the power of sharing yourself vulnerable with your clients. Each of you have a message, and all of you do, and somebody's waiting to hear it. I have a very powerful, actually a couple powerful stories, but this is, each time you're not pressing record on your camera, you're missing out on an opportunity to change someone's life. And here's another thing, my perspective. It's a selfish act to not leverage the tools that are given to us and share your message, share your story. It really is. I'll do a quick thing, but I was on stage one day. I've got introduced to come up. I was remaking the movie, The Law of Attraction, and a buddy of mine brought me up on stage. Laurel Langmeyer was in the back, and he wanted me to come up in 90 seconds, tell people what I was up to. And I totally forgot that I was creating the movie, The Law of Attraction. I get up on stage, he gives me 90 seconds. I tell him my deep inner why story, which flipped him out, and I'm about to tell it right now. And if Mom, you're listening, I love you to death because this is what we're gonna bring to the masses at some point. But I get up on stage and he says, Tasha, so tell us what you're up to. And he's gonna introduce Laurel right after I'm up here, okay? So I'm supposed to say, well, I'm remaking the movie, The Law of Attraction, which is a great intro for Laurel, but I come up here, I totally forget about it. I was like, oh, well, what I'm doing is I'm writing my life story. It's about how I grew up with a manic depressive mother who tried to kill me, mentally, physically abused me, and my perspective of it. But today she's an angel and she's my best friend. She actually gave me the greatest gift of all times, and that allowed me to find myself, find God, and find the universe at a very young age, which then allowed me to raise myself. So she was a gift. And then he just kind of looked at me, which is true, and he was just like, whoa, I don't know how to transition this. Well, later on, I felt stupid because I was like, whoa, I just feel so stupid. Like there's 200 people in the audience. I got my one chance. I just killed it. And Laurel Langmeyer's back there. And get this, later on, I actually spoke in front of Laurel Langmeyer years later, which was so cool. So I was actually before Laurel Langmeyer on stage. But anyway, I went to the back of the room feeling so ashamed of myself. And somebody came up to me and they said, I know you were up there for just a few seconds on stage, but I just want to tell you that you changed my life. I have not been able to sleep with my husband intimately and this, and you've just cleared a blockage for me. Do you think you can help me out a little bit on clearing some of my past trauma? And my mind was blown. I was like, okay, this is deep, right? This is really deep, and I am to share my story and share what I've gone through so I can teach people how to move through that trauma as well. And also my mother. So me and my mother work together on helping people really clear that trauma and get past that. So I think it's a selfish thing to not share that story and to not be proud of it as well. So sometimes we don't want to get that vulnerable, but sometimes we're hiding because we're not that vulnerable. I was very lucky to come out like I did because I would always tell my story everywhere I went. I didn't care who heard it. I would just tell it because that's life, right? I don't care. There's nothing to hide. So imagine, though, if you started to create, and I have another powerful story, too, that I'll tell a little bit later about the message, and you really don't know. Never mind. Let me move on. So if you started creating content now and you posted a video once per day, how many videos do you think you'd have? Anybody want to answer that? It's a trick question. Yes, 365. So I want to say this quick. So in creating content, I'm creating something series I told you guys, 365 Days of Awesome. I post a video every day on Facebook, which also that allows me to leverage things. I've had 20 people around the world and more counting that have gone through my 365 Days of Awesome program, and they've created videos every day for 365 days. I've got one woman that took it to the next level. She is now doing 365 Days Service Hero, where she interviews service heroes, and every day she's made a magazine out of it. She's making an event out of it. It just took it to the next level. Tamara, if you're listening, I love you, and thank you for taking that to the next level. That's some commitment, right? So she walked out of the room after I got on stage, and she was committed. Bam, all right? So imagine you're creating these assets, these valuable assets. You're creating courses. We're also going to talk about course creation tomorrow. You hear a little bit of things and some more surprising things that we have. But imagine if you were actually stepping out there and creating more video. Who wants to create more video? Be honest, come on. I know, we all do. We all do. So imagine, right? Imagine if I go to look you up, and do I want to work with Coach Kelly or do I want to work with Coach Bob? But I look up Coach Kelly, and Kelly's like just all these value videos, boom, boom, content this, content that. Oh, driving me to, a free product offer or a free ebook. And then, you look up the other coach, and then they've got nothing, right? I mean, that credibility is going to drive you to work with those people. So even if you don't have it all figured out right now, starting the steps, starting to create it. My 365 Days of Awesome, I started 740 days ago, and I still don't know what I'm doing with it. But I started it because I knew that, hey, I want to start speaking more. I want to get myself out there. I'm not over on the stages because I'm working all these masterminds, doing video everywhere. I can't reach the masses at this point. I'm going to do a video every day. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know what? It's evolved into something. So I just want to use that as an example for you guys that you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Well, you know what? Start. That's most of it, right? You got to walk out the door in the morning. So I've already talked about this. I'm not buying you. I'm buying your product. I'm going to cut some of these videos short because I have a little
I'm
time
here with
here.
Les Brown. Let me make
But
sure
check
I'm
this out.
recording.
Who's that?
Guys, hey, I'm here with Les Brown. Let me make sure I'm recording because I'm just so
This is
excited
interesting
that I'm here
because
with Les
if
Brown
you're scared
right
to
now,
be
right?
on video,
Les,
I want you to
tell
take this
them
as an
about Tasha.
example.
I want you to know that you have something special. You have greatness in you. And I have my arms around greatness. This is Tasha Cooney. Now, if you need your moments, those special moments captured with photography or videography, let me share something with you. Tasha is the person. But not only that, not only is the person that you see here is great and artistic and has a sharp eye behind the camera, but she can also speak. She has a voice. She's one of my mentees, and I can tell you when she speaks, she transforms lives. When she speaks, angels stop flapping their wings. So when you have an event and you need a photographer...
That's definitely going in my book. But notice how Les actually asked to give that to me. That was amazing. I was on a mastermind cruise, and Les asked me, can I give that to you? And I said, absolutely. So I was very honored for that because it's one of my heroes that in 2008, I'm living in a garage, and I'm listening to Les every day. And here I am, bringing myself towards the reality that I want to create. So what I wanted you to see in that, if you're fearful of when starting out to get on camera, I leveraged Les. Look at that credibility where I took the mic from him first, and I said, hey, Les, what do you have to say about Tasha? Okay, and I looked cool. Now, imagine if you're just you ever see those testimonials where you're just standing there, and then the other person is like, yeah, they're really great, la, 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 and you're just kind of like sitting there? Well, like I leveraged the heck out of that. I took the mic, and you could see Les just kind of trying to grab it from me a little bit, but I was like, hey, Les, so what do you have to say about Tasha? and then I handed it, right? And so now you're like, wow, look at that reputation with you and Les, which we did create one while we were on the cruise. But isn't that really cool? Anybody, does that give you some ideas on, wow, okay, cool, now I can leverage some of these. Yeah, I can leverage these. So if you guys are still afraid to get on camera, I'm going to tell you about something. I've got a few more minutes. I always said never tell the cameras how much more minutes you have on camera. But here we go. I'm doing an amazing, awesome deal for you guys that I typically charge $5,000 for. I'm not going to lie. For $1,500, I'm going to film you and your story. I'm going to walk you through your story. I'm going to interview you. I'm going to film B-roll of you. We're going to walk around the hotel. We're going to get B-roll of you typing, doing whatever, doing stuff that goes along with the story that we're going to create for you. And then I'm also going to do a photography package for you, okay? So this is while we're here, and I can get it done. We're going to get it done in the morning. I really only have like 2 slots open. I might push it depending because not everybody's in the room, and I'm going to see who else is here. But if you're interested in that, I want you to talk to me. I'm going to put my text message number up at the end, and you got to talk to me while you're here because this is one of the most incredible assets that you'll have for your business. I'm going to go through this little presentation, and you'll see a little bit more about it, but then I'm going to jump on stage, and boom, let's see. If you guys are fearful, okay, if you're like, well, wait, Tasha, I'm not ready for this video, like, I'm going to get you ready. I'm going to make you ready. okay? I've done thousands of story videos, and that's what I want to talk to you about is the story video that I want to create for you. I want to hear the story about you, about your past, about your business. It doesn't have to be all vulnerable and mushy like mine, but I want to get the bare essentials out. Let's give you a quick example of, this isn't a story video, but this is an example of what I can do even if you think you are horrible at speaking to the camera. Watch this. This is painful. Action.
Hi, my name is Chad Hett from the Elite Group Property Inspection Service in Southern California.
It's okay, start over.
Hi, my name is Chad Hett from the Elite Group Property Inspection Service based in Southern California. Having a company with 35 inspectors, we have 4 marketing reps as well. What I have found in doing business in the last 20 years with our marketing team is we do a lot of presentations, probably about 500 presentations a year. What I have found.
Okay, this goes on for about 10 minutes and it gets worse. You're gonna cry. But since for the sake of time here, and you know what's really funny is Matt was talking about the guy that asked the question about running to the back of the room. This is his event from many, many years ago. So it was really funny that, this is about 2013, that he brought up this guy Jace. This is my friend Jace's event. But this is the after. Check this out. You'll be surprised. For 5 to 10 minutes, he's going on like that.
Hi, my name is Chad Hett from the Elite Group Property Inspection Service based out of Southern California. Having a company with 35 inspectors, we have 4 marketing reps as well. What I have found in doing business in the last 20 years with our marketing team is we do a lot of presentations. They do about 100 presentations each a year, speaking to real estate agents. What we have learned from those presentations is that we're not converting as many as we would like to. After Jace invited us to this dynamic speaking event, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity for my reps to polish their skills so they can be a dynamic speaker like Jace is teaching us. Some of the key things that they've been teaching us and my reps is the fact that you have to have proper...
You get the point there. How many of you saw the difference in that? Yeah, right? So how powerful is that? Do you think that's powerful? Right? So, you know, everything comes down to the editor. I've edited millions of dollars worth of video sales letters. Like, I have just been in the heat of it all, okay? And the one thing that happens is the editor will make or break whatever you say. I can make you say anything that I want. I used to work for a big top internet marketer, and he would say a lot. He would mess up his sentences, and I could literally get and, if, like, but, whatever, for at least 20 minutes and an hour long of filming him, but I would cut those out. You would never see them, okay? So I just want to let you know that you can trust me to work with you this week of just basically 24 hours and set this up and get you a story video out. And if you don't think you're ready, I will show you that you are ready, and I'll prove to you that you're ready. Let me show you a quick, can I push it a few more minutes? Is that okay? I got like 1 minute and 30. I just want to show, I'm going to show part of this. This is Jason's story. And this is one of the story videos.
My name's Jason. I'd like to tell you a little story about myself. From the time I was a little boy.
Now, if we can get a drone, I'll push a drone out here, but I know we're close to the airport.
See, I was a year old when I met my little brother.
So this is basically what we'll do.
And my father
interview
instilled
you,
in me that it was my responsibility to be my brother's keeper, to watch out for him and keep him out of trouble.
We put B-roll in. We also put in stock B-roll.
And she told me, Jason, I need you to be the leader.
We find B-roll online that will accommodate what you're talking about.
In first grade, I had the opportunity to then
we also can turn your video more to a speaker reel. So that's just that. I want to show you quick what B-roll. How many of you know what B-roll footage is? Great. So here's a couple just B-roll clips of me around the world shooting. My team put this together. I have a team of editors. So I have a team. I have about a team of 7 people right now that work for me. I go around. I film content. I just send everything back to them. They do all the work. That's why I just keep shooting and shooting and shooting, and they just do everything. That's Dubai. So I've been all over the place. And this is just an example of some of the footage. Some of the awesome footage we'll get. I want to hear Frank. This is really important because I did a video for Frank, and Frank took his video and directly made almost 70K over his video within 2 months.
Good afternoon. My name is Frank Mulcahy, speaking to you from Houston, Texas, and I had the opportunity to work with an incredible young lady and her staff. Her name is Tasha Cooney from Florida. She also resides in California. And I had the opportunity that Tasha actually took my business to a whole new level in a very, very, very short period of time. As a professional speaker, I was doing a lot of breakout sessions. Now it's keynote sessions. As a professional identity theft compliance officer, I want to talk to you about what she did for my business in a relative short 60-day period. When I met with her for the first time, and she started talking to me about scripting, started talking to me about photography, photo shoots, video reels, I didn't realize how comprehensive her program was. But what she actually did was she walked me through the entire process. And once I got the script done, she then did the editing, her and her team, and the results have been absolutely simply amazing. One of my very first clients, somebody I tried to get for 3 years, couldn't get him to move off of center stage. But then all of a sudden when they saw the video reel, they said, "So this is what you do?" I said, "Yes." And they ended up giving me the contract, which is going to net probably about $15,000, $18,000 for one-day training. But then I had another person, was a car dealer, that I've been doing for about 6, 7 years. He got a whole new prospectus of what I did, so he gave me 2 additional dealerships that he had up in Illinois, and I'm in Texas. But he took the liberty to send my video reel to another car dealer who had 5 car dealerships.
Yep.
And that gentleman took the liberty to call me the very next day, and we're now engaged in doing those 5 dealerships, which will net me an additional $35,000.
Yeah.
I share this with you
That's
because
pretty
if you're
big.
looking to take your business to a whole new level.
Cool. So
and
you get the point from Frank. I want to give you a few teaching points quick, and then get off and have you guys text me if this is something that you want while I'm here. I'm going to offer it to everybody out there as well. So it's very limited, and we have to hustle. And basically what we would do, what it looks like, is we'd meet together for about 45 minutes in the morning or tonight, whichever you prefer, and then we would film the interview, and then I would do B-roll of you throughout the day, on break and on lunch or before and after. And then I'm also here for 2 more days after. And then if that's not a possibility for you and you want it and something happens, let's talk, because the price is locked in here, but there's other possibilities where we can film it down the road as well. But I want to get it done here and get it done now so my team can begin to edit, and then we have something valuable that you can start using in marketing off. Is anybody in here you would be interested in getting a video? Okay. Okay, great. I'll talk. I'm going to give you my number here in a second. But if you guys want to just look at these teaching points quick, because I really want to nail this down. You know, trust, video builds trust. And trust is the foundation of conversions and sales. But building trust should not be a goal on its own. Bam. All right. I'm going to go through these really quick. Content marketing is based on trust and creating long-term relationships. Through these videos, we're creating long-term relationships. Through the 365 days of awesome, all the videos I'm posting online, I'm building a relationship with my tribe. Your video that you're going to be showing either on stage or on your website, you're going to be building that relationship with your tribe as well. I also like to say your videos help you because they help you stop selling. People are going to start coming to you. You're going to provide them with interesting and useful content. That's what I provide my tribe with every day. I'm always selling myself. I rarely try to sell, and all of my leads come from Facebook, and I'm making anywhere from 10 to 25K a month. Okay, and all these leads are coming from Facebook and the videos that I generate. So let's boom. Okay, video can explain everything. Video engages even the laziest of buyers, guys, all right? You don't even have to read anything. Builds credibility and builds your brand. If someone has a product, good, or service for sale, don't you think they look established? We already went through that, right? You got a video on your page, you got a video to show somebody. Oh, wow, that's what you do, right? You can save a little breath and stop explaining what you do to people. Creating a strategy. Determine the content. What is your message? I'm going to get all these slides to him, and I know you guys want to go out for marketing, networking. But here's another cool thing is if you're going to get this video and you want to be locked in with it, I'm going to also focus on you while you're out there networking, okay? So I'm going to get extra assets of you, extra photos of you. Then I'll know to focus on you. So I need you to let me know. So what I'm going to do is, boom, we'll give you these slides. Also, Jason will give them all to you so you'll have them. But this is a lot of things that you can do, like to leverage video content creation. And I'm pushing through the slides because I want to get to my text slide. While I'm doing this, I just want to share a story is don't ever take personal the audience or people's reactions when you start doing videos and you're posting them online. I was on stage once, and I had this woman who was in the front, and she was constantly on her computer, okay? Constantly on her computer. And this is what you're gonna get, guys. And it was just bothering me. And I was like, how do I just focus out here to everyone else? And she's just over here texting, and I'm really getting upset, and I'm trying to ignore it. And then afterwards, I had judgment towards her. We were all on a yacht cruise, and I'm not even looking at her. I'm like, you know what? Right? And then she came up to me, almost crying. She said, Tasha, I just have to thank you. My son was on the verge of killing himself, and I kept texting him and showing him videos of you on stage, and he literally stopped what he was doing, and I pulled him back, and you helped save his life. And I'm like, holy S-H-I-T. I would have went the rest of my life thinking about that woman, and every time I got on stage, bringing the past trauma up, here we go, right? And not clearing that for me, right? So I just welcome you guys to really don't judge, and don't judge yourself when you're posting these videos. Oh, somebody's gonna hear this, who cares? So this is what I'm doing for you, 3 to 5 minute story video. I'm gonna be interviewing you. We're gonna leverage that video. We're gonna get 10 minutes of B-roll while we're around this hotel. Awesome, epic B-roll that you can use for your marketing. And also, I'm doing a bonus. I'm gonna give you a photography package, okay? This is me in action, literally just shooting without a studio. I don't even need a studio, I'm that good. This is natural lighting, this is me with my camera, this is me and my team doing a little bit of correction afterwards. Now, some of you might think, wow, you must have had professional lighting and you must have been in a studio for some of those. No, these are all natural, this is just me doing my thing. So here's how it is. What I want you to do is, I don't have my forms on me, so I want you, and this is easier for me, is I want you to text my phone number. It's 321, and those of you that are on Facebook Live too can do this, 321-215-8369. Okay, 215-321-215-8369. I want a name, take a quick picture of you. That way, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come and follow you, get you at the networking event, and I'm gonna talk to you, and then we're gonna follow up and we're gonna do this. How many of you are gonna text me? I just need the hands. Anybody? Okay, great. All right, okay, great. So let's start creating, and yeah, just do it. Just text me and I'll come and talk to you guys out there because I know we're trying to move out of here. I really appreciate you guys, and I want to help you. I really want to help you, and I want to make a kick-ass video for you. Yes, and that's what it's going to be. Me and my team love doing this. We've done thousands of these videos. I've pulled off 20 of these in 2 days. I can pull off you and making you look so epic. All right, let's see. And that's it. That's just going to be, we'll just leave it there. Okay, guys. Yes.